Well, good afternoon, YouTube. Today I want to introduce you to my latest portable radio, which is made by a company called KSUN, and the model is UV88D. D as in David. And the two main reasons I bought this radio is it's advertised as being a 10-watt radio. You can see right there, it's supposedly 10 watts, and it receives on the airband. Cool. I love listening to the airband, so two good things. I've been a licensed ham radio operator for a little over 40 years. I've had a couple of radios in that time. Still have a couple of radios, but lately been very interested in these cheap Chinese radios. One thing I found is that a lot of them, their specifications say one thing, but they don't really do that. So anyway, with the KSUN, I wanted to try it, specifically for the airband. I like it with the airband, but like a lot of the other Chinese radios that you'll see around, this one, the Abri, also advertised on the airband. That's a fail. That was terrible. The SWR is off the chart on that. If you want to use these radios for 70 centimeters or 2 meters, perfect, not a problem. But some of the things that they advertise just aren't true. This one is one I was not disappointed in. It's made by a company by Radtel. It's not made by them. I'm sure it's just sold by Radtel. But this sucker receives very well on the airband, and 70 centimeters and 2 meters, all of it. It's very, very good. But it is more expensive. I bought this one on Amazon. It was 38 bucks. But if you buy it on AliExpress, it's going to cost you more. It's 42. So that's why I bought it on Amazon. And especially if it didn't meet my expectations, it would be easier to send that to Amazon. So that's what we're going to get into here. So what I found, the similarities in these two, and one thing that they don't tell you about this one, it does have USB-C charging, so that is a plus. So if you're not really into the airband and you like the other frequencies and you want to use it as a handy-talkie, it's probably a great handy-talkie. But for me, I like the specs that they put out, 10 watts and airband. So anyway, let me turn it up, and it's actually on a flower pot antenna right outside the window here, a little homemade antenna, because airband, it's location. You need a little bit better than a rubber ducky. But I'll let you, hopefully you can see what it sounds like and why I say it just wasn't acceptable for listening to with the airband. And that's just running through my block rocker, so that you could hear it. Now that's a local airport that's about a mile down the street, a mile and a half down the street, and the receive is still terrible. It's just identical to this one. It is terrible. The Radtel is very, very clear. These are not. So that's part of my issue, and the other part of my issue is the advertised power. I'm going to take it off and put it on a SWR and a power meter here and let you see that. But like I said, for the other bands, perfectly fine. For 2 meters, 70 centimeters, it does have the NOAA weather station, weather channels on it and all that kind of stuff. So if you're into that, very cool. If not, well then, no worries about that stuff. So let's take it off here. And let's just stick it on the old power meter here, quick, so that we can get a look at the power and the SWR coming off of here. Okay, so let's do 70 centimeters first. We'll go 445. And we'll turn the power on here. So we'll get it up. Hopefully you can see that. The SWR is just off the chart. It's 4.5 to 1. And it's putting out almost 4.6 watts on high. You can see it's on high there. 4.6 watts, so we'll go to 2 meters. So let's see, go up to the next one. Go to 145 megahertz. And on high power and wide band, and we'll key that one. And you see the SWR is 1 to 1 almost. It's almost perfect there on 2 meters. And it's putting out 4.8 watts on high power. So again, not what I was looking for. Luckily, it is an Amazon return, so it's going to be an easy one for me. But if I was just using this on 2 meters and 70 centimeters, I, might say, okay, well, that's fine. But I want the airband. I really want the airband, and I really wanted the 10 watts. The 10 watts would make a difference. This Abri radio actually does put out like 8 watts. And it's advertised as a 10 watt radio, but it does put out 8 watts. So even it's putting out more, a little bit more power than this, the KSUN is. I just thought that this was an interesting little radio. It's a nice form factor. It feels solid in your hand. It doesn't feel cheap, all that kind of stuff. But the fact that the power is low and the airband doesn't work very well, I'm not gonna keep it. So anyway, that was just a real quick one, so you guys can see that, and hopefully it helps somebody out there. So 73s and 6JOL.